real time, Prince Blue, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, coach, talk that, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just make sure the gang come through.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Tuesday, it is 9:17. Sorry for the lateness, but we went on and Facebook was bugging and it wasn't streaming, so I didn't want to cut out anybody from this tremendous episode. That music you heard at the beginning, I first of all I gotta shout out my homie, one of my real close, my brothers in blue, who is very talented artist. He wrote that song, that intro for me, and that's my first time debuting it. And it's so perfect that it he sent it to me this morning because I'm doing this fantastic episode, and I like to thank everybody for joining me. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm just going to get to it because I am excited. Right here on stream, I have two gentlemen here that are teaming up to do something that's very near and dear to me and a lot of people across the world, especially in the Philadelphia area, and that's combating gun violence. And off of a spinoff of that, they're trying to save the Parks and Rec because, as you know, when people are not doing anything and people are bored, that's when things get heated. So if we have more basketball, more sports, then we can have more fun. And right now, I got with me two gentlemen that's going to help bring that to the forefront. I first of all, y'all already know Karate Mark, the man, the owner of America Kicks, my
What up?
sensei, my brother, and then underneath him, pause at the bottom square, we got the man from Protecting Our Parks Inc., Tony Benson, the person that's spearheading this new venture in this campaign. And I want everybody to welcome here. What's up, Tone?
What's going
Round of
on,
applause,
everybody? How
sir.
y'all doing? Nice to meet everybody.
Man, thank you for man. When Mark reached out to me and he said, "Hey, first of all, he while he was kicking my butt during one of our workouts, he said that, hey, I'm teaming up with this guy. He's a real good dude, and he's got this campaign going, and I'm helping him out with it." And then he reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, man, I would love to bring him on the show. Is that okay with you?" And I said, "Say less." So, Tone, first of all, I want to thank you and congratulate you on the upcoming event and what's about to go down. And first of all, um, tell everybody a little bit about the program.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on your wonderful show. It's a privilege and an honor, man. The uh, the organization and nonprofit that I started with my wife is called Protecting Our Parks. Our goal is to make parks, playgrounds, and recreation centers more inclusive for individuals with special needs and autism. The goal is to, as you already know, Philadelphia, or you may not know, Philadelphia has the most recreation centers in the world. Philadelphia also was the first city to have a recreation center. Number two is Chicago. And the other thing is our recreation centers and parks are in some of the worst conditions. And a lot of times the people that are in political positions do not take care of them. One day I was sitting outside. I am a strong advocate for autism. I think it completely changed my life. I was into music. I was doing pretty well with it, but in that business, it was more of a self-serving business, and working with individuals with autism, it really, really humbled me, and it brought me into a position of being more selfless. And from that, I was sitting outside in the park, and I saw a bunch of glass, man, and a bunch of trash and stuff, and I don't know what part of Philly you're from, but like in West Philly, North Philly, Southwest, you see all types of stuff, drugs, death, violence, those kind of things. And I was up actually in Northeast Philly, Frank McCardle Park. And it was so bad that this little girl and her mom couldn't even play on the jungle gyms, man. They had to actually play on the tennis courts. And I'm sitting there with this young man, his name is Kyle, with autism, and I was so mad. I had to take him to Abington. So I just got right on my cell phone and I just wrote to the city councilman. And I saw the wall falling apart there, and I said it would take more money for you from a lawsuit than it would be for you to fix this wall falling apart here. And he actually sent some construction trucks out there to fix that wall. Well, I'm like, if you could fix the wall, why not just fix the part? So I said, instead of me complaining, I'm going to take it a step further and I'm going to start a 501c3. And from that, I just didn't look back and I realized that was my purpose to do this. And after a while of course, knocking on doors and continuously advocating and doing community engagement, I was able to help get that park fixed during the pandemic. And from that, people started approaching me. I ended up meeting great people like Mark and Amerikick and being put as the first African American board member of the Home Circle Civic Association and the treasurer and joining the Northeast Chamber of Commerce and stuff like that. And started getting more projects under my belt. My goal is to become, CEO and help build some recreation centers for individuals with autism, special needs, and I just want to get some more skin in the game, man, and help more people in the community. And that's just where we are. And the YMCA is just another step.
Man, that is so awesome, man.
That's a hell of
And
an intro.
yeah, man, shout out to you, man,
Thank you, man.
doing it big, man. But
Thank you.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
talk.
interject real quick?
Go
Because
ahead.
this is literally the first time y'all two were talking.
Hmm.
Tony, you just spoke like from the heart. Like you just bled all over the screen, bro. Prince, you don't know Tony from nobody. You just found out about him in the last couple minutes. Please tell him about yourself and your relationship with your
Absolutely.
children and how I told you both, hey Prince, this guy Tony, he's good people, you'll like him. Hey Tony, this guy Prince, he's good people, you're gonna like him.
Yeah,
Please
yeah, absolutely.
make this connection for me, Prince. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, for those who don't know, my
Tony
son,
being one of them. Tony
yeah,
being one of them.
my
Yeah.
4-year-old son is autistic. He's
Oh,
nonverbal
wow.
autistic. So, when you said autism, that just perked that further perked my ears because I'm me and his mom is living it.
No.
He communicates with us through a book.
Mm.
He's a little superhero. He has so many superpowers. So when I see somebody, because I'm gonna be honest, my fear is that my son, that the world won't be kind to him. They
Mm.
won't take time to understand him. He won't be able to live a productive life, not because of his own, but because people won't listen to him because
No.
he has autism. But when I
No.
see you doing what you do, then also being a black man, that just that makes me fight harder. Every time
No.
I take him to an ABA therapy, every time I take him to an appointment, it's just him getting stronger and being able to when I let him walk out that door, whether they go to a job or to his own business or just
Yeah.
him just going outside, I know he's going to be able to handle himself and it's going to be people out there that understands him. So
Yeah.
that's just further awesome, man. And I'm glad that I have you on here
Absolutely.
because that just gives me that just does a lot to me because as a father, I worry about him every day. I know I'm not going to be able to protect him as much as I can say it that I'm going to be able to protect him at all times.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do it. So to know that somebody is out there champion doing it, living it, walking in their truth and proud of it, that makes it even better, man. And I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Much respect to you too, man. Absolutely. Much respect to you for
And
sure.
now, you know what? It makes more sense just a little bit. Well, we got into our little argument a little earlier why you was so gung ho about our top 5 rappers. Just for people don't know, we off camera we was doing a little bit back and forth, and he just had a laser focus on his list, He wasn't deviating. He started reading off songs that I didn't know that was in the catalog.
This
And I'm like,
episode almost didn't happen. This
yo, this
episode
guy's a
was almost.
cyborg. Like, but it makes perfect sense now, and I appreciate that, man. But Mark, tell everybody, man, what got you involved in this venture?
I've been teaching Tony's kid Michael for about 2 years now, and quarantine happened, and Tony was looking for some extra working out, and we started our relationship that way. You know, we just did a couple lessons together every week, which he's still been very consistent with. Lost a ton of weight, skill level from early 2020 to like now, like just ridiculous improvements. So just getting to know each other through like working out and exercise and getting to know, oh, Tony's doing this community project. Never spoke of, I'm a CEO of this company, I've started this foundation. Never spoke of, I've done this before. Just spoke of, I'm doing this thing. And it presented it as this small little thing like, oh, we helped renovate this playground, McArdle Playground. If anybody up in Northeast Philly knows it, it's Pollock Playground, McArdle Playground. Yeah, you know, I helped renovate, blah, blah, blah. And then we get there, and there's all types of city council. The news is there. There's just important people in the city showing up. And it turns out, all right, this guy Tony over here, he just kept calling and pressing and calling and pressing and calling and pressing. So they finally, the Holmesburg Civic Association finally said, all right, you think you can spend our money so well? You're the damn treasurer. Take our money, spend it as you please. So to Mr. Humble over here, let me build him up and make him a little bigger. So I knew him as the person that you just got introduced to. Just like, yeah, this is what I do. It's nice, but nah, it's big. He's a pushy son of a bitch. will not take no for an answer. But when people see his bottom line, it's not about him and his credential list. It's about, we live in Northeast Philly. Let's make it clean. Let's make it safe. Let's make it fun. Let's bring things to do. So just getting to know him and like, wow, you're a real cat. Like, I like you a lot. And then at this event where they did like a cutting the ribbon ceremony for the playground, Tony and I had a random conversation with the police captain of the 8th District. And we're like, yo, it would be dope one day if we had like a police versus community basketball day. Fast forward, YMCA heard about this. They contacted Tony. This is why we're all talking today about the YMCA up in here in Philly. And me and Tony just butted heads like, yo, remember that thing we talked about with the basketball and the community? We could tie this in with the whole renovation, and blew up. It just blew up. So how'd I get involved? How could I not? It's just a humble cat that lives in the same neighborhood I do that wants to make it a better place. How could I not get involved? I'm all over it. So whatever I could do to help. I do have my current 9 to 5. I do have my own business that I run. I don't have 24 hours in a day to do this. So Alicia, my amazing wife, myself, we promised Tony for this project, our free time is going to be dedicated, and we're going to help you make this happen. It's been fun, bro. It's been fun, man.
Yeah,
I bet. I mean, well, it's always fun when it's something that you're passionate about and it's something that you really care about. Yeah. And I want to swing this question to Tony. Why? I'm 39. I don't know how old are you, Tony?
I'm 41.
41. So Tony, you grew up in the same area as me. Remember, it was when you wake up, you don't even wash your face and brush your teeth sometimes. You grab something to eat, something to drink. You grab your basketball. You go to the park. Sun up, sun down, you ball.
Yeah, I was just talking about that with my son, man.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out, Tony, in your opinion, what happened to the courts? Remember, it was two things that stayed pristine in the hood or in the urban areas. It was the church and it was the court. Like, you always had that OG that he made sure it was nets on the court. He made sure the lines was good. You know, it was sun up, sundown, you
No
ball.
cracks in the blacktop.
No
Yeah.
cracks in the blacktop. They made sure because they knew if we keep them there, then they're not in cars, they're not doing drugs, they're
Yeah.
not doing all that
Yeah.
other crazy stuff. So, Tony, what has changed to where you can build an 8 million skyscraper like that, but a couple bucks to put a net on the basketball court can't get done? What, in your opinion, what happened?
A couple things. So along my way, I was exposed to some things. Once I started digging, and I wasn't purposely digging. I was genuinely ignorant by going to city council and talking to people. So as I started knocking, what I did was so once I started writing my letters to city council, I ended up going and literally started going to every city council person in Philadelphia. I met with every last one of them, and I would sit there and I said, I have this full plan, man. You got to understand, we could fix every part. It's there. I know you have a capital budget. Can we do this and can we do that? Then I started hearing things called a master plan. Then I started hearing things called Philadelphia Rebuild. Then I was exposed to something called Phila 2035. And I'm like, what is this? Soda tax money and gentrification, right? And one thing I know is the park is the heart of the community. And once the heart of the community, the heart dies, what happens? The body dies, right? And
Facts.
the thing about the money that is allocated, that's why I call it protecting our parks, because we see to it that the money goes directly to the heart of the community. We see to it that it goes to the right place. This tax money that's supposed to go to the community, it's not going where it's supposed to go. It's being put into different places that they see goes to their master plan. They want to gentrify these communities and stuff it in their pockets. Why? Because they know that's the quickest way of separating the community and moving them where they want to move them. They know what they're doing. This is strategically being done. Okay. Now, West Philly. I don't know the last time you guys have been in the certain parts of West Philly. I lived in Cobbs Creek. I lived pretty much in every part of Philly. I was one of the throwaways. I was one of the kids that people said wouldn't make it. I'm not supposed to be alive, period. Right? I went to 6 high schools in 3 years in 3 different states. I was kicked out of everything with the door. Right? I remember Cobbs Creek being nice. And then all of a sudden I started seeing drugs at those parks and them taking the stolen cars and they would set them on fire at the tennis court. And I knew something was changing there. Where's this money going, city council people? Why are you being indicted? What's going on here? Right? Why are they not allocating that money? So what they're doing is they're starting to push the people from West Philly out to Southwest Philly. Now I'm getting a little deep here,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
but I'm
Listen,
going
this
to
is a
keep it
Pro Truth
real,
channel.
right? Mark already
Yeah.
told me this is a real podcast, so people
Yeah.
listen and listen good. The new ghetto is going to be, if you look at 52nd Street, Parkside, Cobbs Creek, is all being gentrified. Kensington and Allegheny and all these different parts, they're being gentrified. Look up Phila, Phila 2035. I sat in Parks and Rec and they showed me a full map of what's being changed. By 2035, certain parts of Philadelphia are going to look totally different. Southwest Philly, Darby, and Southwest Philly is going to be the new ghetto, Yaden, the nice parts. Remember Darby and Yaden used to be nice? It's not going to be nice anymore. A lot of people that are not from this country, I'm sorry to say it, but Africans in certain parts, that's going to be the new poverty-stricken areas. They're pushing everybody from West Philly and all those different parts out. North Philly is going to be considered Center City North. That's why over Smith Playground got gentrified. It looks like a golf resort now. All of those people of Strawberry Mansion are being pushed out to Southwest Philly and all in the outskirts, and they're going to build those areas up and they're going to make them look nice and gentrified. And that's the plan. Carousel House is being torn down. You hear about that? The Carousel House? That was for individuals with autism. I was out there rallying and stuff like that, trying to keep that building up. I was working with the actual architect who built that building. That was supposed to stay up. They're tearing it down. Why? It's close to the Man Music Center. It's right there on Parkside. That's rich real estate. There's a bunch of investors that came from New York City that are investing between that area and all up and down 52nd Street, all the way down up until you hit up the Southwest where Bartram is. That whole area there, Bartram Village and all that stuff is invested property, invested real estate. So what they're doing is a lot of people from Parks and Rec are connected to these politicians. So you see people that work for Parks and Rec being moved from Parks and Rec to being in political positions. Jamie Gaudier. I ain't gonna say with so many names. Jamie Gaudier and certain people are getting moved in certain political positions on purpose to be able to move from Parks and Rec money because they know a lot of people in our communities aren't showing up to our meetings. They aren't showing up to certain things. So that way it's easy to take that money that nobody's paying attention to. Who's really protesting about parks in North Philly? Not
I
many.
only know one person, and I'll get to him at the end of the show, that I've been friends with him for about over a decade, and he's been trying to get stuff done, and he's been trying to talk to some of those same politicians in there. And every time he wants to start talking money, people clam up because that means you got to open the books, you got to show, hey man, what's this miscellaneous fund? Why is the Park and Recs have all this money, but there's still a burnt car on the court, on the basketball court? Like, is it getting fixed? So I absolutely understand what you're saying, and there's a reason why I wore this hat, because when this 76ers boat roll hat came out, when the boat roll design came out, people were upset, and people were upset because this isn't Philadelphia.
No.
They tried to use this as a symbol as Philadelphia, and it's not. Boat Row is not Philadelphia.
No.
Then you had somebody in the Sixers organization say that they purposely are trying to cater to the new Philadelphia. What exactly is a new Philadelphia? No, that's not it. Philadelphia always has been urban culture, the basketball courts, the rec centers, the people in the community that's doing things, that's making it out and coming back and doing positive things. So I absolutely understand what you're saying. That's why when Mark and others like yourself have came to me and told me about the issues with the parks and things like that. But you know, the first thing I think of when I hear a park is I hear Connor Barwin. But he's a celebrity. I got Tony Benson. I got my homeboy Main Event that's been trying to do a lot with the Parks and Recs. But y'all are not being mentioned. All they see is the publicity, the cameras, and stuff like that to make it look good. Photo ops. But the people like you and my homeboy Main Event that's on the ground, that's making it happen, you're on my podcast, which I'm very thankful for, but you should be on the news. You should be getting every bit of slice of every possibility to push this great narrative forward, to push this great campaign forward, but you're not getting it. And to me, it only screams, I don't care what anybody says, like, this is my show, I'm always gonna be real. It just seems like to me, when it has to do with the melanated people, it doesn't matter.
They don't want to.
It doesn't matter.
You wanna know why? Because we're very powerful. Here's the thing. So I organized this meeting over at Mill Creek. Okay. That's another very, very, that real estate over there is very, very profitable and is spoken for. But I tried to bring them together. We sat down with Jamie Gaudier and a few other people. They try to keep that under wraps because they know when we come together, let's say, I'm going to use one example and I don't want to take too long on it. Whenever it comes down to, let's say, another Chinese store that's going to be on the corner. If you try to do that in Abington, there's a civic association or a board that sits there and they vote that store in or out. There has to be a gavel bank. We do not want that store there. No, it's not going to happen. The same thing happens in the black communities. But what happens is they'll have those meetings without letting people know, or that association is not together. And we have to change that in our communities. We have to be aware. We have to come together. It can't be too many people. Well, I'm this and that, and I didn't like the way Susie handled this last year or 10 years ago. We got to get past that and come together. They count on us not getting along. They count on us not being professional. Why? So they can go ahead and talk about their soccer games, wait for us not to show up and bang that gavel and put whatever they want in our communities. They know it's strength in our numbers. They count on that. The minute we unify, that means our voices matter. And when our voices come together, we can vote things in or out. We have the power to do that. We have more power than city council. We have more power than mayors and anybody else that makes decisions in our community. That's why parks and stuff happen like that. And then that way they can sit back and say, look at that. Look how they didn't take care of that. Gentrify.
And you know what?
We can go ahead and
the fact that you said that it's strength in numbers, that brings me to somebody like Mark, who, listen, you can tell me a lot of things about people, certain people, but when it comes to Mark Gallagher, I know that man's soul, his
He's
spirit.
Amazing.
When he sees somebody that I can talk to. The last thing he sees is, I know it's cliche to say he doesn't see color because everybody sees a color, but I'm gonna change it to it doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
Are you interested in what I say, and am I interested in what you're saying? That's it. And when you got somebody like Mark in your corner who he runs a martial arts school where there's multiple, it's so diverse. He has diverse trainers. Like, he doesn't just speak it; he walks it. He has multiple instructors that are of different ethnicities.
Yeah, that's true, Mark. I'm telling you.
So
I surround myself with good people. I do. I surround myself with good people.
But Mark, it's good to have people like you.
Yeah, man.
It attached to something like this, because I'm gonna tell you like this, Mark, and you know me and you, we always rap, and you listen. Tony can walk in somewhere. And I kid you not, in some boardrooms or when he go to some meetings, he could walk in there and they'll be like, "Who's this black guy? What is this?" But if he has you with him, that changes things a lot, because they're like, "Oh, what's that dynamic?"
All right, well, let's keep it real. I've been to a couple professional meetings with Tony in the last few weeks, and it's nothing but shorts and a hoodie.
Yep.
And I haven't been looked at or treated any type of way. I've been in meetings with people wearing suits and ties, unshaven, shorts and hoodie, and a lot of things you guys are saying. One, I just appreciate like how open y'all are in front of me, in front of the world watching. I'm sorry to say I can't relate. You know,
and that's okay.
And that's what I love about our relationship together here. That's what I love about this whole project we're doing. Northeast Philly, I believe my numbers are, if not accurate, like spot on. Northeast Philly houses over 70% of residential Philadelphia. 20% of those people are non-American born. You gotta love Northeast Philly. There is every color, every sound, every religion. Like, so what Tony's doing with the parks here, and what we all kind of said in the beginning, like the park is kind of like the heart of the neighborhood. It's a place that you could get along with people. You can meet your neighbors. There's a common thing of sport, which we all love. That's why we're on this podcast together. That's how we all met each other, through sport. And sport can be a beautiful thing that doesn't see race, age, color. It only sees who's the baddest on the court at the current time. I got next. My five's got next, you know, and now it's my court. My 5-1, it's our court. And everybody gets along. And parks can be a beautiful place, or it could be a hub for dirt. It could be a hub for you know, not a bad thing,
violence,
whatever.
Drugs,
you know, it could be a hub for good or bad. And
correct.
Northeast Philly is a place that could just be a melting pot, which it is, but it could be a melting pot of togetherness. It's already a melting pot, and it could either way. And I think Tony and what he's doing in our neighborhood is just bringing it in a direction of just everybody get together. It's so easy.
So let me ask you this, Tony, because of course, I'm retired police. So, give me your perspective on. I'm pretty sure you've had conversation with police in Philly. They're having a rough time as is with the violence and everything that's going on. Have they shared with you their perspective on what renovated parks can help them out with, and what are they looking forward to most about this renovation project with the parks?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. They've been very excited and very hands-on. Like, we had a meeting with Captain Ortiz, and it's been nothing but love. At first, we thought they would be. I'm gonna tell you from my personal thoughts. I thought they would just come in to play in this actual event when their time came up, and
it's spread out,
do their thing and then leave.
Yeah.
No, it's been the total opposite. What do you need? How can we help? Whatever you need. And then first I thought it was like, okay, whatever. We'll let them know what's going on and then they'll come in. No, they want to be a part of every aspect of it. And actually, they're going to show up early and they're going to stay until the very end. And they are completely involved.
We asked them for 1 hour. They booked themselves for 4.
4. And it's completely shaking the very ground of what people will think. And that's the point I want to get across, because not all police are bad police. It's not like that. Just like not all people in the community are bad. There's just some bad people everywhere from both sides. It's just the way it is. My mother was a police officer. She ended up retiring, but she was a police officer. She was one of the sweetest people I knew. She was crazy as hell. I used to have to tell her, Mom, you're not on duty. Like, we'll be walking in the street, somebody be rolling up a blunt, and she'll take the blunt out of their hand and just break it in. I'm like, Mom, you're off duty. Are you crazy? But outside of that, she was one of the sweetest people I knew. And I knew she wasn't a bad person. Like, they loved her. They would look out for her. And she worked at Richard Island Projects when they were the high rises. So, and she was only 5'4". And they looked out for her. They respected her when she walked in there.
She was a mom, man. She was a mom, and she was a police officer. And I'm gonna tell you this, that's the thing about people don't understand. And I'm glad that they're so hands-on, because the better quality of life for the community, the better the relationships, the quality of life for the police officer. It goes hand in hand. And what you're speaking to, what your mom was doing, was back in the day, like, when the community respected that officer can come in, and if somebody disrespect that officer, you'll have somebody from the community, an OG or somebody, be like, nah, don't do that.
That's what they
Tony
did.
Mom, don't do that. She good people. Don't do that.
Yep. I got some of my best
community will
haircuts
police itself.
I got some of my best haircuts in the hallways of Richard Island Projects. Straight up on the strength of my mom.
Is that the one off 5th Street?
Yeah.
Your mom worked down there?
Off
5th and Girard?
No, what was it? Was it 5th and Girard? I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Where
they had
split off. Where 5th split off, right?
Where was it at? I'm not sure, but when they had the high rises, it was so long ago. Back when they had Ram Squad.
Your mom, bro.
Yeah, she was no joke.
Tough.
She worked there in Jefferson Projects, high rises, and she worked overtime, and she walked through there, and they never gave her problems. But I just want to show people that we can all get along in a way. Not saying it could be perfect, but I'm just showing that we can do this in Northeast Philly. I hope the YMCA on Nice Road celebrate Juneteenth for the first time in history. Okay? It was a bunch of Caucasian kids sitting on the lawn celebrating Juneteenth. But it was
for the audience.
For real, how old were they?
That's white people.
They had to be like 5, 6 years old, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to about 12, 13 years old.
I found out about Juneteenth either not June 20, not what were we in 2021? not
Mhm.
2021s. I either found out about Juneteenth in either 2020 or 2019. And I asked everybody I grew up with, like, y'all ever hear this? Nah. You hear this? Nah. And any of my black friends I grew up with, you ever hear this? Literally, some of them, half, nah. The other half, like, yeah. And I'm like, nah, don't blow that shit off. Like, why is this never heard of? So you said, like, we celebrate Juneteenth and there's like children there. That's amazing. That is
all on the news.
amazing.
But it's love, like he said, it's a melting pot, and it's just about us sharing and coming together. And I think hating each other is the most. We was talking about that the other day. Is the most laziest thing ever. It's lazy because
It's
just
never a
sitting there
good
thinking,
reason. You ever ask somebody why they hate somebody? They can never really like tell you. They're like,
yeah,
just cause. And I'm like,
because
just
they ain't
cause
take
what?
the time. They ain't take the
I
time.
think there's about 75% of Philadelphia that can all agree we hate one person currently.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Different topic, different day.
But I'm talking like I'm talking prejudice hate. Prejudice hate
Yeah,
is just
yeah,
not
this is
taking the
so
time to
weird.
educate yourself on what that
Different
other person is.
cultures.
Because we
Yeah.
all really have so much in common. You'll be surprised about how much you have in common. Take the time to get to know somebody. You'll realize you really don't hate them that much. And that's my thing. And that's what this is about. And we're gonna make this thing super. This is gonna be one of the biggest events that ever happened in Northeast Philly. Watch.
So let's get into it. Talk about the
event?
event.
What's this event?
What are we going? What I'm coming in. All right, Ayo Tony, Ayo Mark. I'm coming to this event. What can I expect of this event?
All right. So you want to say something first?
All right.
It's gonna be crazy.
We got all right. Let me run through the day real quick, and then I'll pass it over to Tony to make sure he covers all the essentials. So Tony went out of his way. My wife, Alicia, myself, we went out of our way to just raise as much money as we could for the Y. We got them a new blacktop, a couple new basketball courts, and now we scheduled our community day, police versus the community in the basketball day. So we have a group of 7th and 8th grade girls playing basketball, a special needs team playing basketball. We have a professional women's team, which is Women's Hoops Matter, a semi-pro women's team. The Philly Ballers. They're just all different games being played throughout the day. Highlights throughout the day. We got Franklin from the Sixers coming to entertain the crowd. We got a local DJ. We got the Mighty E-Rock. Everybody knows E-Rock. Mighty E-Rock is the MC of the day. We got this food truck, Burrito Feliz. Just got a thing with BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed did a thing on Burrito Feliz with over 1 million views. So apparently this is like the most sought out food truck in Philly right now. So it's a free day. It's a free day filled with entertainment and basketball.
Free haircuts.
Get haircuts.
Oh yeah, free haircuts. So if you any of the kids, anybody want to get free haircut.
Tony's wife Tay. Oh my God, she's so involved with this. I just haven't spoke with Tay because like she's doing like a billion things on her own. She's high up in rankings with Boston Market, so she's got Boston Market involved, sending out food and gift cards. She got Giant supplying water. Alicia got Philly Pretzel Factory involved. So there's going to be free food. There's going to be paid food and just entertainment. Come out, bring your family, bring your kids for a couple hours of entertainment. Get out of your house with a couple nice days left before it's cold out, and drop your names off to the Y. Drop your names and number to the Y. They got this crazy good children's facility that nobody knows about. And this is where Tony comes in. This is where the Y reached out to Tony. What can you do for us? We got this amazing children's facility, needs some renovations, but now it's there. It's done. It's clean. It's renovated. It needs children.
Yeah.
That's where Tony's heart and passion comes in.
Yeah, got the kids play area, so the kids will have stuff to do. I mean, They got everything there. Slides, swings, you name it. So the kids won't be bored at all. There's gonna be a ton of different politicians there, tons of media there. We're gonna have video highlights there, so it's gonna be kind of like a house of highlights type atmosphere. So you'll see people getting their ankles broken, slam dunks. The courts will be adjustable, so we'll be able to bring them down. So if you want to see some police officers dunk on people, or police officers get dunked on, depends on where you want to.
Apparently, the Philly ballers can ball.
Oh yeah, and the Philly ballers can ball, and these young ladies can ball. Okay, like this is not going to be just some amateur stuff. No, it's going to be some amateurs there, but you know it's going to be a mixture of the two. Oh yeah, the Khans. So Barbara and Charlie Khan. You see the flyer there. Barbara and Charlie Khan. They were great people and philanthropists for the YMCA. They've invested a lot there. Mr. Charlie Khan, he passed away a few weeks ago, so this is in honor of him. He'll be there. One of the biggest real estate agents in the country, but the top 1% in New Jersey. She's going to be there to present. Amerikick is going to do a halftime show, a karate show there. So they're going to do that. I mean, this is going to be insane. Home Circle Civic Association, they just made a donation, so they're going to be there as well. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Just come and have a good time with us. Listen, nobody's going to be doing anything better that day in Northeast, in Philly, period. So you might as well come. And more people are signing on. I think some people from radio stations are going to be there. DJ Eastwood is going to be there. He's another podcast.
Not that guy.
Yeah, he's going to be there too.
Hold up, fill me in.
That's Mark's twin.
That's Mark's twin. Yo, I thought I was the only person that thought that. Prince, I thought I was the only person that thought that. My wife said, don't ever say that. I said, that's his twin. And then, she was like, no. I said, I promise you, that's his drunk twin. You know I did a song for him. You know his intro song. I
never heard of this guy. And the first thing y'all are going to agree on is that I look like.
You know that intro song is me doing his intro song, right? Prince, that's me on his intro song.
Oh, word?
I did that song for him.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that was me that did that.
So first of all, this guy is stunning. He better be stunning.
Remember I said that DJ Eastwood looks just like Sensei? And he just said that he looks just like, he said that's his twin. I said, my wife said, don't ever say that. And he just said it.
Listen,
I said, that's his brother. Yo, that is hilarious.
While we're on it, can y'all two get a little closer to the camera together?
He's gonna say while we're on it, can y'all get closer to the camera? Yeah, okay. Look, that's funny. Watch, you about to meet your brother. Your brother's a DJ.
Mark's gonna cut his head off. There can only be one.
There can only be one.
Your brother's a DJ. I'm telling you,
Mark. Just like you, man. He looks just like
you. You at least gotta put up a picture on so I can defend myself.
Well, hold on, give me a second.
Mark, this is so funny. I was the only one that thought. I was like, yo, all right, I promise I won't ever say it. She said, do not say it. This is hilarious.
All right, I'm trying to. So, Mark, what kind of demonstration are you gonna do, my guy? Are you breaking bricks with fire on it? Are you jumping things? What are you doing?
All right. So this is where I take a back seat.
Sweet.
I will not be performing any karate that day. My guys Steve and Lahai, they're going to be taking care of that. I kind of like took a back seat to like all fun throughout the day because it turned out to be a pretty large event. So I'm going to be taking care of timing. I'm going to be making sure that you're here, you're there, get out, get in. So I'm going to be giving up a lot of the fun throughout the day so that everybody can have a very good time and nothing will be drug out too long. And that's my job throughout the day. So I'm going to have to save the brick breaking for another time with Real Prince. We'll do that live. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. No, you come on, man. I thought you was gonna do like some you was gonna line like 10 people up, and you was gonna smack the first guy, and the other 9 was gonna fall out. Just
I
from
can do
like,
one of the no touch demonstrations. I'll do a no touch demonstration. I'll hit him with the and get like 10
Why?
people to fall down.
Yo, wait till I tell this.
Why can't I
Prince.
find East?
Prince.
I
Yo,
cannot find East.
All right. Well, if anybody's listening, let's get some
Oh, here he is.
some statistics on this here.
I'm sleep.
So it's October 16th. I know, Prince, you put up the graphic. Oh my God, that's me. You can't say that looks like me. He looks like every white dude from Northeast Philly. That's what he looks
Okay.
like.
That's his brother.
I mean, you could plug him. You can
That's your
plug him
little
in
brother.
any one of my family photos.
That's
Yes.
your little brother.
If
That's
I
your
was
little
making,
brother.
if I was playing The Sims and making a generic white guy from Northeast Philly, this would be the template. It would be.
This would be the template.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
Mark. Go ahead.
dying.
October 16th.
Back to business. October 16th, Northeast Philly, YMCA, Knights Road,
Yes.
12 to 3 p.m. If you're there coming out with your family, the best time for you is going to be 12 to 1. That's when
Prince, you're gonna
Franklin's
be
going
there,
to
right,
be there. 1 to 3, we're going to have our music.
Yeah,
entertainment.
you. What you mean, who, me? Hell yeah.
I'm in Charlotte.
Oh, shit.
Breaking
There's a
news.
big
I'm in
possibility he
Charlotte.
won't be there.
I'll be
1
there
to
in
3
spirit.
is going to be the best basketball games of the day. DJ, food, entertainment's going to be there the whole time. It's going to be a ball, and there's going to be vendors as well. Tony was saying, we were talking to Captain Ortiz earlier, and she's sending over police tables with DARE information. There's going to be even a police recruiting table if there's any older teens.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. Did you say Captain Ortiz,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's badass too.
in 8th District?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Shout out to her, man.
Yeah, she gonna be there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah,
That
she
is
gonna be there.
awesome.
Super badass. And like
Yeah.
when Tony and I were speaking of her earlier in the evening, and he was like, "Oh, what'd you think after meeting her the first time? We had a Zoom meeting," and I was like, "All I can remember is she just said a dozen times, and what else do you need?
Yep.
And what else do you need?
Yep.
And what? And this lady
And
is
again,
incredible."
And I can't say it enough. That's what one thing I'm gonna get on my soapbox a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But Captain Ortiz, to have somebody in the community that represents what the very community, the foundation of what it's like to be in that community as a minority, that's what we need more of. Because I can imagine if you went to a Captain Smith, it wouldn't hit the same, because it's like, okay, what do you need? But I can't really, I can't understand like why we're doing it on a cellular level. Like, why are we doing it?
Yeah.
Versus you talking to a Captain Ortiz, she's like, oh yeah, I grew up in these neighborhoods. I know what you need. I know why you're doing it. So let's get it done. So that's phenomenal. That is awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah, the police department here in Philly has just been extremely supportive.
That is
To
awesome.
the fact where I believe the people she assigned, she's giving them the day off.
Yeah.
Because when we were speaking earlier, I said, "Oh, I have some other police volunteers," and she cut it off right away. She's like, wait. I assign who goes because I need to know how many people are working and who's not working. So I'm assuming this, but just through the conversation, I believe she gave these guys and girls that are coming by paid time off to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Super dope. Super dope.
That is so awesome, man. I am so like, I have like I feel so like this is one of my ultimate episodes, because I can get on here and I can call people out in the media. I could call people out on the radio. I could talk about Twitter drama and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that's not helping anybody but myself, laughing at how dumb other people can be. But with this, This is legit something I could get behind and I could shout to the heavens. And I can honestly say, this is why I get so upset when I can do 1,000 and something views when I'm clowning people or I'm hollering and screaming at people. But when I'm doing something that really matters, that affects people, that's not necessarily in your wheelhouse, or you don't understand why they need help, and I'm getting less views. This is why I scream to the heavens, because people need to get it together, because just because it's not on your doorstep doesn't mean it won't end up in your doorstep. Because let me tell you something, whatever bubble you think you're living in, you're going to eventually have to step out of that bubble. Let's say one day you have to go to one of these places with one of these bad areas with bad parks, and then you're getting snatched up and nobody gives a damn because it's a bad area. Guess what? If you would have cared a little bit more, or just paid attention, shared it, talked about it, or just bought it up, you wouldn't be in the situation you're in as well. So, man, I just want to thank y'all, man, for allowing me to be a voice, or allow me to help y'all get this out. Please,
thank you.
Mark, tell everybody where they can find you, DJ Mark East Gallagher Wood.
It's over. I'm using that forever, yo. Wait, he's gonna be there too. He's gonna be at the event, so I'm getting him a picture.
You can find me in the ring
when you're pointing at each other, like,
yo.
Prince, you specifically can find me in the ring. You owe me 1 3-minute round for that one.
I got a doctor's note.
Nah, for real. Very, very easy to find. You could literally look up, Google karate in Philadelphia. That's going to bring you to us. Mark Gallagher, karate, Amerikick. Very, very easy to find. Amerikick, Northeast Philadelphia. We're here. We ain't going nowhere. Been teaching. Right. Yo, it's kind of my anniversary. Little bit. I started martial arts in October of 1991.
Wow.
So it's kind of my anniversary.
Wow.
And he looks the same.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, man. I came out with a beard. It was wild.
Yeah, this guy's a machine, man.
Yo,
I love him to death, man.
Insane.
He's a freaking machine, man.
Him and Alicia, they are amazing people to me.
They are. Them, well, Alicia more than Mark, but Mark's man, he's like,
thank you.
He's just, man, like, I'm just telling you, man, like, I gotta go to this real quick. Like, it's like Saturday. It's like 8:30, maybe 9 in the morning, and I forgot who the host was. And we're talking about the freaking Sixers, the Tony Roten area. And this guy calls in with unlimited energy, talking about a damn Sixers game. And it was Karate Mark. I was like, and I immediately remember I went to Twitter and I said, whoever this guy is, put him in a blender and inject me with it. Because he was like all over the place about the damn Sixers in the Tony Roten area, man. But that's just the energy. Yeah. That's how I first met Mark, man. And he's one of the realest people, man. And make sure y'all, even if y'all just want to look in the window and see what he's doing, man, make sure y'all check out Amerikick, man. It's a fantastic place. Like I said, he's been working me out, man. He's been helping me out, man. Thanks to Mark. And I know he hates people talking about him, but since I've been working out with Mark and on my own, man, I'm no longer on insulin. My weight is down. I've changed my body composition. I've lost inches. Like, I've grown confidence in myself as a fighter, because before I would just bear hug the shit out of people and bite them. But Mark has taught me to trust myself and give me more confidence, man. I appreciate him, man. Brother deserves everything, and you got the right person with your organization. That's enough about Baldy. Tony, tell everybody where they can find you, my man.
Oh, man. Thank you so much again for having me here. It's an honor. ProtectingOurParks.com. Just go there, at Protecting Parks on Twitter, at Protecting Our Parks on all other platforms. Again, thank you all. If you are in Philly, anywhere in Philly, come to Northeast YMCA on Nice Road. You do not want to miss this. This is going to be amazing. It's going to
October
be peaceful.
16th,
October
12
16th.
o'clock.
Bring your kids. Bring your family. Let's
12
have
o'clock.
fun.
For
Peaceful
colored
fun.
people, that is 11:30. It
11:30.
starts at 11:30.
Listen, I'm serious. Get there early because Franklin will be there early, and you already know once the kids see him, it's over.
When
Yeah,
else do you get the
it's a
chance?
wrap.
You know there's mad Sixers fans listening. When else do you get the chance to like literally walk your kids straight up to Franklin?
Come on.
No strings attached. No,
Come
no
on.
passes.
Food will be set up by 11:30. Franklin, the
Yeah.
haircuts, everything's get there early, stay late.
Free cut. Check
I'm
out
getting my picture with
was
Franklin.
it
I hope y'all
Angel
get
from
there, 'cause
Hair
I'm telling you.
Wizards. Go on Instagram, look up Angel from Hair Wizards in Philly.
Get
Oh
an
yeah, let me
Eagles
make sure.
thing.
Woo!
Yeah.
You get
I'm gonna put it in the
you
chat.
get like
So
a
here's his,
$50 cut for free.
Come
That's
out. Good
his,
people find
IG
good people. Good
in the
people
chat.
find good people.
I
Oh,
think I put it in the
hold
private
on, Tyler,
chat.
say that again.
I said good people find good people. Come out.
Wow, love it. In the comment.
Absolutely.
I think I put it in the private chat. How do I put it in the thing?
I got you. I got you
Okay.
right here.
That's his
This is
barbershop thing, so you can check him out. He is sharp, so we ain't lying. He's
yeah.
nice.
That's his Twitter
That's his
at Hair
IG.
Wizards Barbershop. That's his IG.
Mhm.
Make sure y'all check that brother out, man. And like I said, everybody, thank y'all for listening in on this, and thank y'all for joining us and listening for this very important campaign that's going out. I hope everybody please like, share this, talk about it, bring it up, tweet it, whatever it is. Y'all know y'all can always find me at Real Prince Blue on Twitter, everything other social media platforms. If you got any questions about this or anybody else, or how you can get in contact with Mark or Tony, if you got donate anything that you can do to help, you want to donate your time, you want to say, how can I get this out further? How can I help? Please get in contact with these two people. And thank you guys. I'm gonna now take this last I guess this last 30 seconds while I have y'all here to discuss the there's a reason why I did Real Time with Prince Blue and Black and Blue Lives caption for this episode. Is because for those who know, I do Black and Blue Lives with my homie Jay Step every Wednesday at 8 p.m. But just 2 weeks ago or last week, I could share this. His son, his beautiful son, him and stepson was diagnosed with lymphoma. And I told him don't worry about it. I told him to just I'm not gonna do the show without you. When you come back, we'll be ready. But I just wanted to let my brother know that I'm here for him. I love him. I love Ann. I love Cody. We're rooting for you. Everybody's rooting for you. And you're gonna get through this, and we're all here for you. And just to let you know that it doesn't stop, and we're gonna carry it on. And I wanted to bring that up while I had y'all on here, is because this just shows that it's a lot of things that's going on. And he's a former cop, like, there's a lot of things that's going on in this world, and these people are out here in the community, and these people are out here policing, and they're human, they're going through things. So when you encounter people, just be respectful, because you don't know what that person is going through, and you don't know that encounter that you're having with that said person is going to do with them. So just to let you know, everybody's somebody's mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, friend. Just respect them, carry it on. Just be good people and take care of each other. And I just wanted to let my brother Step know I got your back. Nothing's going to change. I'm here for you. And just like I'm here for Mark, I'm here for Tony. Like, once you're in this circle, you're in this circle for life, and we're going to do whatever we can to back each other and help each other out. So I say all that to say, make sure whatever beef y'all have with anybody, is it going to be worth it? Because tomorrow's not promised. You got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. Go out, enjoy yourself, be who you are, and just take care of each other, because we all we got, unless it's a mothership coming down like an Independence Day and scooping us up. This is it. So everybody have fun, enjoy yourself, check on each other, and be good. And make sure you check that out, and make sure you be early. Please don't embarrass me, black people. Be there early, because this is good. This
October
is
16th, 12 o'clock.
October 16th, 12 o'clock, 11:30.
11:30.
CPT.
Yep.
Northeast
And that's
Philly
it.
Y, Knights
And
Road.
CPT don't stand for captain. It stands for Colored People Time. Because y'all know how we do. Be there
Yeah.
early, because you know all the good sides is going to be taken. All
Yeah.
right. So,
Prince, before
as
you sign
always,
off, I got way too many accolades at the end of the day here.
go ahead.
Thank you for
Thank
helping
you.
us push
Thank
the word
you.
out here.
Thank you
And
again.
Tony, for real, thank you for, I'm speaking for me and Alicia now. Thank you for, taking us on with this project.
Oh, man.
It really means a lot to us. And it's been a pleasure working with you on this.
Man.
And the work is done.
Yep.
The work's done.
You.
Like, it's just like people show up now. People show up. It's going to be a ball.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, guys,
And
for
just
real.
to let y'all know, make sure y'all there early, because we're going to end this on a good note. Make sure y'all there early, because there will be a special musician at the park. And here it is.
Let's go. Let's go, ladies. Oh. Uh-oh. Go ahead.
No
Go ahead.
hands.
Get your hands. Don't get scared. Don't get scared out here on the street.
And you
Imagine if we kept that with
West
a top.
Philly, Kensington, pick apart.
Yo, he took that top one off. If he kept that up there, that would have been it. That would have been it. Yo.
Oh, man.
I would have never did that shit ever. I would never do that.
Listen.
I thought
We
you
all
had
we
a
got.
legit
We all we
surprise.
need.
For a second, I thought you had a legit surprise, bro.
Yo.
Nope.
No, I'm going to have a surprise. Mark and Eastwood are taking a picture together at that event. I promise you that.
Twins. And we ain't talking about Fat Joe and Big Pun.
Yo.
All right, man. We out
All
of
right,
here,
man.
everybody. Be good. Be safe.
All right.
We are out.
Yeah. Look.